from Vortex Tricking. I really hope you enjoyed that video of me and my friend Scott doing crazy flips off of this. This is a Nautic Buoy. It weighs about 25 pounds, and the material is very thick. Most people, when they go to the beach and they want to do flips, they take an exercise ball. And while an exercise ball is good for doing certain flips, like basic front flips and such, it really won't get the job done if you're trying to go for like double flips or double spins. And certainly, do not use a beach ball. I promise you. Yes. As you can see, I promise you it's not going to give you the results you want. It's going to pop instantly when you try to flip off of it. It's a shipping buoy. What it does is it's on ships, and if a ship collides with an object, it makes sure that it protects the front of the ship. And this will not pop. I'm going to be inflating it and then showing you what it's capable of. You just get a screwdriver, you unscrew the air in right here, you just unscrew it, and then take the inflator. This is a very powerful inflator. You don't need that. You can just use like a cheap electrical inflator that you just plug into an outlet. And then you inflate. And you know it's inflating when you can see it obviously expanding. But the thing with the buoy is you're going to want to inflate it a lot. So that way, when it's very resistant to a bounce, it'll make it go super high. For this one I have to be cautious since the air is coming in very rapidly. And I think it's good, but the important thing is you have to screw it on tightly so that way you don't lose air as fast. For this, I didn't inflate it all the way. I would usually keep it on. So afterwards, you're gonna want to take a big shovel or your hands if you're good at digging in sand, or just any type of ground you want to put it in, preferably sand. And you're gonna have to dig a deep hole. Way deeper than you would dig an exercise ball because you obviously have to put the point in, so it has to be deeper than you think. Once you do though, you're gonna wanna, sorry about that. Once you do, you're gonna wanna take the sand that you used to dig the hole and put it where you think you're gonna land when you do tricks off the buoy. Because this sand is gonna turn into soft sand, which is gonna be great to land on if you're doing tricks that you would have to go from a high altitude to land on. You know it's good when you push your hand down and and you can barely get like an indent in it. Like it barely indents. That's how you know when you have good inflation in the buoy. But like I can sit on it and like it's barely going in at all. It's bad though when you can do this with your hand, like when you can feel your hand going in a lot. That's when you know it needs way more air. Once you do though, you can bury it in sand. You're gonna notice a very obvious difference with this and an exercise ball. With an exercise ball, when you're running and doing a front flip or you're running and doing a power trick like a front half or a Rudy off of it, there's a radius that expands around it around the sand that it's buried in. And if it gets too big, eventually when you do a J-step trick or just land at like a very front angle when you're doing a blocking trick, like a really high front flip, you risk the chance of it rolling out of its hole and you getting hurt because like it slips off and it slips with your feet on top of it. However, with this buoy, when you hit off the top of the buoy, it barely ripples downward. So that means it's packed tightly in there. So the threat of it falling out or rolling out when you bounce on it is very minimal. And you'll start to notice a very obvious difference in height with just flips in general. It's a really big help, and with double flips, with a good run up and a slight downhill, you'll be able to land them in no time. It's so convenient, and it's helped me to do a lot of tricks I never thought I would be able to do while landing on ground, like a triple cork or a cork in.
How much does it cost?
This buoy costs about $150. I got it from Amazon. There's many different sizes. This is the A5. I think it goes up to the A8, and there's multiple colors. My friend Scott, who was in the video, he's thinking about getting one, and it's probably going to be a different size and a different color, so we can both bury it, bounce from one, land on the other, and do a trick off of that. That is something that we are hoping we'll be able to do in the future, because we think that'll be a really crazy thing to do on the beach. This has just changed my life in flipping a lot. Going to the beach is so much more hype, knowing that I can still test myself with flips even more than I could on ground. You guys should pick one up. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Michael from Vortex Tricking, out.